What's up, guys? So I felt extremely compelled to make this video because, I was just reflecting a lot on my life today. I was reflecting on just my past, everything that I've gone through, the trials, the tribulations, the ups and downs, the love, the heartache, the anxiety, the tears, just everything a human goes through. And I'm like, wow, I've been through a lot and I'm very comfortable now. And, this has nothing to do with the monetary. This has nothing to do with, this life we create for social media. This has to do with, internally being very comfortable with yourself. And so I had to ask myself, what's the difference with me now as opposed to who I was in the past when I was going through all these hurtful things or I was going through all these tribulations? And it's the fact that I was ignoring something that I feel is God-given to everybody, which was my intuition. Okay? We feel sometimes that we are the exception to the rule. We go down certain paths that there's warning signs all over the place. There's an uneasiness that we feel, within ourselves, but we still do it anyways. Can you avoid absolutely every problem that's going to come towards you? Absolutely not. But are there certain things where you can dodge a bullet? Absolutely. And I feel that there's a lot of, bullets that could be dodged if we just listen to our intuition. And I know that it's such a simple concept, but so many people don't do it. That's why there's so much chaos in this world right now, because a lot of people aren't taking the time to take a step back and say, oh my God, this is not right. Why am I doing this? What's the catalyst to all of this? And the biggest thing is when we feel like something is wrong, and this is where a lot of us make a mistake, we want to investigate it. Why is this wrong? Why doesn't it feel right? What's going on with this? And we want to look from answers. We want to look for so many answers. We want to go through the entire alphabet, of why this is just insane. So I look at myself now, and I'm like, what the difference with me now is? When something does not feel right, I do not question it, because to me that is proof enough. If you're going for a job, and let's say you're desperate, you've been out of work for a few months, and you're just walking through the office, as you go to the manager's office, and you don't like the environment, but you're like, you know what? Forget it. This is going to be a good opportunity. This is going to put food on the table. I'd rather take this than wait another 2 or 3 days for another opportunity or another job offer. You end up hating the job. You end up being miserable. But you had warnings. You had things that told you this might not be the best environment for me, but you did it anyways. Okay? So that's what the difference with me is now. When I meet a stranger and something just feels off about this stranger, I don't investigate it. I don't go FBI on these people, because I feel that that's God. That's my guardian angels. That's the universe just warning me, saying, this may be a great person, but not the best on your path. And things that just don't feel right to me, even if I can't explain why, I just don't follow that path. I just don't do it. And that's a big problem, because I feel like we're always trying to look good in the eye of society. We're always trying to do what we think is going to be best, for our friends, for our families, what's going to make us look cool, what's going to make us look real hip. But is it something that resonates with your soul? Is that truly the path that you are trying to take within yourself? And when I took a step back and I became a little bit selfish, and I'm just like, you know what? I love you, but I can't do this for you because it doesn't sit well for me. And that's not just to, lovers or, relationships. It has nothing to do with that. This is beyond that. It's just with family. It's with friends. It's with acquaintances. People have certain expectations of us, but true unhappiness comes when we try to fill the expectations of others. So the moment I took a step back from that, the moment I looked at myself and I said, okay, listen, what is going to make you happy? That's when life turned around. That's when everything that I felt was missing, or things that I felt were taken from me in the past, that's when it all came back like that. because I'm following my purpose. I'm following what feels right to me. I don't need to look for evidence. I don't need to search things or search through things that don't feel right. Because for me, it is enough that it does not feel right. If my soul does not resonate with something, that's enough proof for me. I don't feel good in this situation, so I'm not going to follow through with the situation. And I feel like if we all constantly listen to that advice, where we walk in a room or we talk to certain people and we feel off, again, that's your God-given intuition. That's yourself telling you this isn't going to work for you. And most of the time, we get into situations and we get into bad predicaments because we follow that. We have warnings within ourselves, but we don't, we don't cease and desist on that situation. So why did I make this video? Because I feel like life could be so much more simple for so many of us if we just follow that. When your soul or your heart feels uneasy and there's no explanation as to why, trust yourself. So many beautiful things will happen in life when you just trust yourself. Stop feeling bad about what you're doing. Stop feeling bad about what you are. You literally just have this one life to do what makes you feel happy. So do that unapologetically. As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not doing anything that can hurt a mass amount of people, or, things that are illegal that, it's just against the morality of, the majority of the world, I don't see any problem with that. If you feel lost in life, if you feel like you're not getting the things that you want, ask yourself, am I very connected to myself? Am I in a place where I'm doing what my heart truly wants? Am I doing this for the approval of society? Or am I doing this because my heart is telling me that this is where I belong? And once you realize that there's nothing else that you need but to feel good within yourself, you gain back control. You gain back your life. You gain back anything that you feel you lost. So I challenge you guys today. What is it that you truly want? And are you doing what you truly want? Are you doing certain things in life to make other people happy? Or are you doing things because you feel that that's your purpose? And when we don't follow our purpose, that means we're not having a connection to God. We're not having a connection to the universe. We're not having that connection to source. There's that disconnect there, and that's where the unhappiness comes from. Follow your heart and do what it is that you have to do. Don't worry about people. Don't worry about opinions. Don't worry about anything like that. Because those who truly love you and support you are going to be there for you along the way. And just know that if you're going through something that is extremely painful, that is life, that is God, that is the universe preparing you for something that is going to be so big. The bigger the pain, the bigger the accomplishments. So if you've been through something hard, be happy with yourself because there's something big that you're meant to do in this world. I love you. Take care.